The guest, Charlie Burnham, in studio here in BCTV. It's good to have you.
Thank you. Good to be here.
You went to Luther, right?
I did.
I went to Dort, over in the northwest corner. So we've got those Iowa summers in common. You know, we would report to school. It's like 97 degrees. You're probably running at that point.
Yes. Yeah, it's humid, to say the least.
Those nasty Iowa summers. Now, in Dort, where I went, it smelled bad too. So you had the heat, you had the odor, you had it all.
Yeah, no, Decorah was beautiful. I can't complain about Decorah.
Decorah is a beautiful city.
It was warm, but it's warm everywhere.
Yeah, you've got the river down there. It's green, it's hilly. It's a different vibe than the northwest pastures of Iowa. Well, you are the girls cross-country coach, and it's been way too long since we've had a cross-country representative on this show, so it's great to have you. You just got done running, I believe, with your team this morning. Are you doing a lot of summer workouts?
The girls have a couple of options. They can always, it's a sport you can do on your own. You can run on your own as long as you're doing what you need to do. You can join the team. Normally we do a little more in the summer as a full team, but I am living out of my house this summer, and so I commute in once a week to join the girls on Wednesdays. But a lot of them are working with the boys team and others over the summer.
Well, let's not bury the lead, though. How's life with the in-laws going?
It is good. It is the best situation possible.
That's the correct answer. Absolutely the correct answer. You've been doing this for 9 years as the head coach.
I have.
Still enjoying it?
I love it. It's the best. Yeah.
Is this the only place you've ever coached, or did you have a job before this?
Yep. I've been in Rochester. I coached at Rochester Century for a little bit. And then I did spend 1 year at Rosemount where I kind of volunteered. Actually, I mostly just volunteered with the track team there, but that was just 1 year. And then I jumped over here and I've been here. This will be my 10th season, which is really hard to believe.
Coaching cross country has to be a little different because you can't necessarily coach in game like you can in baseball or basketball. You can't call timeout and call them to the sidelines.
There's no redos. There's no passing the ball. It's rough. And as a coach, you have to trust that everything you've done to that point is all you can do. And you have to trust your athletes. And when the gun goes off, it's all in their hands. And if they do the right thing, they make you look good. And that's all you can hope for. It's all on them. It's 100% just getting them to believe that they're ready and they're going to do great.
So when you run with the girls, do you ever coach while you're running? Do you say, "Hey, the form doesn't look very good. Get that breathing right"?
Occasionally, the form has to be pretty bad for me to correct it. If I can hear you stomping along, then yeah, I'm going to tell you, let's try and be up on the toes a little bit. Let's try to be a little more light on our feet. If you're going out too fast, that's a thing you can coach. There's different things there's different strategies to running, of course. But for the most part, it's a very social sport. Mm-hmm. I tell the girls, one of the ways I try to sell to people is we're not going to run you through drills. I used to play basketball. I'm kind of a tall individual. And one thing that drives me crazy is we do the thing, and if one person screwed up, like, everybody stop, do it all again. And that's not our sport at all. We go out, we go for runs, it's kind of like hanging out with your friends. And you got to do the work, but you're with somebody the whole time. It's not like swimming where you can't talk to them. You can breathe the whole time. It's fantastic. Yeah.
When did you generate a passion for running?
Probably in high school. I really liked it when I was in high school. I went out as a freshman, and I really enjoyed it. We had a fun time. And then in college, I fell in love with it. I liked it enough to want to do it in college. And when I was in college, it was my world. It was my everything. I was with those people all the time, and a day didn't feel right unless I went out and got my run in.
Well, I got to imagine you develop such a fraternity because you're doing this thing that a lot of people in the population would view as crazy, torturous. Why are you running for 10 miles in the heat? But I bet that's a galvanizing experience for a team when you get to do that together and watch everyone improve together and grow as athletes.
Absolutely. I was just telling the girls today that what we do isn't necessarily fun. It's better than that. And being a part of this team and throughout the whole season, you'll look back and it'll be fun. But sometimes when we're doing the runs and we're doing the work, it's not fun, but it's something that you can look back to and you can remember, like when anything's tough in life, in school, whatever, there's been something you've done before. Like, if I keep pressing, I'm going to get through this, and it's going to make everything easier. And so, yeah, what we do, it's not only people look at it and they go, "How do you do that? It's not fun." Well, no, it's not. It's better than that. It's something better than fun, and you've got to want it.
We're going to take a short break, right back on South Suburban Spotlight after this pause. Stay tuned. Back with you on South Suburban Spotlight. Again, I'm Sam Ekstrom. We've got Charlie Burnham on set with us, talking girls cross country. Is gratification in running, is it based upon the time you run, or is it something more than that? Is it finishing a tough race? Is it helping your team in a competition to be victorious?
I think the most gratifying thing is anything team related.
Yeah.
When I was a senior in high school, I was a decent runner, and it looked like I was probably going to make the state as an individual. The question was, were we going to make it as a team? And we did. And that was way better than going as an individual. As a coach, I've had athletes. The first 5 years we were here, we had individuals every year, but then the team made it the 5th year, and it was so much fun. And it's seeing everybody accomplish something together that really, it takes the individual part of the sport out of it and makes it, this can be a team thing and it can be fun, and that's easily most gratifying.
All right, let's talk about this Burnsville team that's shaping up for this fall.
Yes.
How many runners? How does the grade breakdown go? Is it a young team, an experienced team?
We are very inexperienced. Last year we were incredibly young. We only had 2 seniors, and one of them was an exchange student. So we bring just about everybody back, but we're still inexperienced because last year about 75% of our team was new. In the previous years we had graduated some large classes, and then we were left with some great hardworking individuals, but not the numbers we had in the past. And so we're still building up. We had a large number of sophomores last year that were doing it for the first time, and so it would be nice to have them back. They're, juniors are great grade to work with. They're mature. They can be good leaders. They can be helpful, but they're all still new to the sport, so they're all still learning.
When you're dealing with new runners, what's the basis for shaping their running style? What do you start with, and how do you progress them in the sport?
You start with just showing them they can do it, because sometimes when you're tired, you want to stop, and you got to keep going. And so you show them, like, through different workouts, through different things, you can do this, you got this. And then once they start to figure it out, and usually for some of them it takes up to a month of the season, it's commitment before it starts to really feel like something that's you can do and you can do well. Then they start to see their times drop, and they start to have more fun with it, and the runs don't hurt as much. And once that starts to happen, then it starts more fun, and then they start to tell their friends about it, and you got to convince new people. But yeah, it's with the new runners, it's just showing them you can do it, and it's not easy for anybody. You're not in a different boat. You can do this. It's hard for everybody. Just stick with it.
Give us a few names. Who are some runners to look out for this year?
Runners to look out for us, Emma Brown is going to be our senior leader. She was a captain last year. She's back as a captain this year. She's been on the team since she was in 8th grade. Otherwise, we bring back all but one person from our varsity, and I'm going to apologize, ladies, if I forget your name. I do not mean to, but I'm going to run through it real quick. So Emma's coming back. We've got Molly Wilmert is another captain. She's going to be a junior. She's been on the team for 3 years. Maya Latvala is a junior that's going to be great. Katie Struziak. Abby McLear is going to be a sophomore. She's been on the team since she was in 7th grade, and she's a good runner. Fatima Garza Ramon is going to be back for a 2nd season. Asha Ali is an improving runner. She's going to be back as a varsity runner for us. But then we've got a number of newcomers and other runners, and it's our varsity is anything but set. That was just a recap of who we've had in the past.
Fantastic memory. We're going to put you under an even more stressful situation after this break and put you through the BCTV Speed Round.
Oh, I'm excited.
That's coming up next on South Suburban Spotlight. Back on South Suburban Spotlight, it's the Speed Round. We've been waiting for it for the whole interview. I know everybody's been waiting at home. Let's get the music going. Charlie Burnham, you are on the hot seat for the Speed Round.
All right,
just give your initial reaction to the questions. Some of them are running related, some of them not running related. We're going to get you outside your comfort zone, hopefully. Have you ever run a marathon?
No.
Do you have any running icons?
No, I like a lot of runners, but no, I don't have one that stands out.
What's your favorite music?
Pearl Jam.
Do you listen to that while you run?
No, I never listen to music while I run.
What's the coldest weather you would personally run in?
Have run or anymore, if it's below 0, it's pretty sketchy for me, but I have been out at 20 below.
What TV show could you watch for 5 hours straight without getting bored?
Probably The Simpsons if it's an earlier episode.
Any sports of interest besides running? I know you mentioned basketball already.
I like baseball. I don't play a lot of baseball, but I can watch baseball all day.
What's your favorite team?
I grew up a Cardinals fan, but I think it's the Twins now.
You've converted.
I think I have.
And it's just a golden era for the Twins, isn't it?
Oh, we're right on top of the world.
Oh, yeah. How often do you need new running shoes?
Probably every 6 months.
Wow. Dogs, cats, or neither?
Dogs.
Have you ever learned an instrument?
I dabble, but no.
You know
I
what?
played the saxophone, and I'm not good at it. But now I like to play around on the keyboard, and I wish I could play guitar.
What's the most used app on your phone?
Probably the weather app. It's really boring. Sorry.
Oh, you're a coach. You got to check the weather.
Yeah.
Got to know what you're running in. What's the best thing you'll do with the rest of your summer?
I am going on a trip to Montana with my dad, so that's going to be, he decided he wanted to take me to Montana to go fishing. I don't fish, but I will go to Montana with my dad. Absolutely. Easy.
That's awesome. You're off the hot seat.
Okay.
You mentioned your dad. Just tell us about your family. How big is your family? Any siblings?
I have 2 older sisters, and I have my same parent. My parents are they've been dating since 8th grade, which is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard, but it's true. So I have the very nuclear family. I'm very lucky, and I have my own family now too, where I have I've been married for 9 wonderful years, and I have 3 kids. Miles, Dylan, and Lewis, all boys. It's ages 6 through 2. It's busy.
So 12 more years and there will be 3 boys in the Burnsville cross country program, presumably.
Let's cross our fingers, yeah.
Yeah.
They make the right decisions.
Charlie Burnham of the girls cross country team.